The Book of Exodus, Chapter 36, from the Sunday School Bible. Copyright, The Sunday School Bible, LLC, 2025. All rights reserved. 1446 BC, Constructing the Tabernacle. Then Bezaleel and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man, in whom the Lord put wisdom and understanding, to know how to work all manner of work, for the service of the sanctuary, labored according to all that the Lord had commanded. Moses called Bezaleel and Aholiab, and every wise-hearted man, in whose heart the Lord had put wisdom, even everyone whose heart encouraged him to come and do the work. They received from Moses all the offerings which the children of Israel Jacob had brought to make all the work of the service of the sanctuary. And they even brought Moses freewill offerings every morning. All the wise men that labored on all the sanctuary work came from the work which they were doing. They said to Moses, "The people are bringing more than enough for the service of this work, which the Lord commanded us to make." Moses gave a commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, "Let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary." So the people were restrained from bringing anything else. The items they had were sufficient and more than enough for all the work required to make everything. Every wise-hearted man among them who conducted the work of the tabernacle made 10 curtains of fine woven linen with cherubims of artistic work using blue thread, purple thread, and scarlet thread. The curtains were all of one size, 42 feet long, 6 feet wide. Bezaleel coupled 5 curtains one to another, and the other 5 curtains one to another. Bezaleel made loops of blue thread on the edge of one curtain, from the selvage in the coupling. Likewise, Bezaleel did the same on the outermost side of another curtain, in the coupling of the second curtain. Bezaleel made 50 loops in one curtain and 50 loops along the edge of the curtain, which was in the coupling of the second curtain. The loops held one curtain to another. Bezaleel made 50 clasps of gold and coupled the curtains one to another with the clasps, so it became one tabernacle. Tent of goat's hair. Bezaleel made 11 curtains made from goat's hair for the tent that was to be placed over the tabernacle. All 11 curtains were the same size, 45 feet long by 6 feet wide. Bezaleel coupled 5 curtains by themselves and the other 6 curtains by themselves. Bezaleel made 50 loops upon the outermost edge of the curtain in the coupling, and 50 loops upon the edge of the second curtain, which joined them together. Bezaleel made 50 clasps of brass to couple the tents together so that it might be one. Tent of ram skins and badger skins. Bezaleel made a covering for the tent, made from ram skins dyed red, and a covering made from badger skins that would be placed above the ram skins. The boards. Bezaleel made boards of acacia wood that stood up to support the tabernacle, 15 feet high by 27 inches wide. One frame had 2 tenons placed at an equal distance from one another. The other boards were made the same way. The south side. Bezaleel made the following boards for the tabernacle: 20 boards for the south side southward. 40 socket bases of silver were placed under the 20 boards. 2 socket bases were placed under one frame for its 2 tenon joints, and 2 socket bases were placed under the other frame for its 2 tenon joints. The north side. And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north corner, Bezaleel made 20 boards, 40 socket bases of silver, 2 socket bases under one board, and 2 socket bases under the other boards. The west side. Bezalel made 6 boards for the sides of the tabernacle westward. Bezalel made 2 boards for the 2 sides of each westward corner of the tabernacle. 2 boards were coupled at the bottom, 2 boards were coupled at the top, and coupled together with 1 ring. Bezalel did this to both corners. There were 8 boards with 16 socket bases of silver. 2 socket bases were placed under every 2 boards. The side bars. Bezalel made bars of acacia wood, 5 bars for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the westward side of the tabernacle. The middle bar and curtain. Bezalel made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from one end to the other. Bezalel overlaid the boards with gold. Bezalel made rings of gold on the boards for the bars and overlaid the bars with gold. Bezalel made a special curtain of fine woven linen with blue thread, purple thread, and scarlet thread, and artistically made cherubims. Bezalel made 4 pillars of acacia wood there and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and each pillar rested on 4 socket bases of silver. The door. For the tabernacle door, Bezalel made of needlework a hanging curtain of fine woven linen and blue thread, purple thread, and scarlet thread. Bezalel also made 5 pillars with hooks. Bezalel overlaid the tops of the pillars and their rings with gold, but their 5 socket bases were of brass.